Let's get this party started.
Hey, what a great day to be alive. This is Dr. Stan Harrison, known as Dr. Breakthrough. I always give a disclaimer, and I've got a special guest, so you're in for a treat. But I can't give a breakthrough or provide a breakthrough. I just prescribe the breakthrough. And when people follow the breakthrough prescription, God provides it. So, my friend, if you want to have a breakthrough in your business, my guest, listen, and my long-term friend, my friend of 40, well, we won't even say how many years, but anyway, Myron Golden, Dr. Myron Golden. This guy is incredible, my friend. If you want to have a financial breakthrough, I know of no one better that can prescribe it. As a matter of fact, he's helped me, Dr. Breakthrough, have so many financial breakthroughs. It's uncanny. So, hey, Myron, welcome, my friend. And we're
Thank
teaching
you, bro.
people how to have a financial breakthrough, and you're one of the best at it. So take it away, my friend. Welcome.
100%, bro. So a couple of things I'm going to say. Number one, I'm going to share two financial breakthroughs that I've had in my life, two major financial breakthroughs that changed the game for me forever. The first financial breakthrough that I had is this, that it is easier to make a lot of money in a short period of time than it is to make a little money over a long period of time. And when I discovered that, my mind was so blown, I made a decision that day, and I decided that from now on, for the rest of my life, I am only going to look at and I'm only going to look for the easy ways to make a lot of money. I'm going to ignore all the hard ways to make a little bit of money. So I'm going to look at all the easy ways to make a lot, ignore the hard ways to make a little, and then I'm going to get richer. Well, we've been blessed beyond measure. And so that's the first financial breakthrough that changed my life forever. The second financial breakthrough I had is this. The
But wait,
difference between rich.
Myron, you
Yes, sir.
said that so fast, like it
Did I
didn't.
really?
Well, give them
Okay.
one illustration
Okay,
to slow
I'll
down a
give them a
bit.
couple of. I'll give you a couple of because I get that people would like to believe it, but they don't know how.
Right.
I'm gonna help. I'm gonna help you understand how you can believe it. So for me, I started working when I was 14 years of age. My first job, I made $1.55 an hour. The most I've ever made an hour is $8 an hour. When I first got married with a wife and a child, and then my very first job with a family, I was a trash truck driver making $6.25 an hour, $9.50 an hour overtime. So all of those things that I did back in those days were hard, all of them, right? And now I might do a coaching session. I get paid $40,000 an hour, which sounds crazy. I get it. Sounds crazy, but if I find a person who has a $400,000 problem and I fix it for them, it's easily worth $40,000. So that's how that whole thing shakes out, right? It's easier to make $100,000 a month than it is to make $100,000 a year. It's easier to make $100,000 a week than it is to make $100,000 a year. It's easier to make $100,000 in a day than it is to make $100,000 in a week. And it's easier to make $100,000 in a week than it is to make $100,000. I mean, it's easier to make $100,000 in an hour than it is to make $100,000 in a day. Now, even though I said that fast, I'm going to prove it to you because I was talking to a physicist one time. His name was Austin. He lived in Boston. So my nickname for him was Austin from Boston, the physicist. And I asked him, what is your favorite physics principle? And he said to me, my favorite physics principle is this: all principles are microcosms of each other. I said, ooh, that's so good. Tell me what that means, because I don't want to tell people my version. I want to tell them your version. And he said, that means if you take a principle from one arena and you put it in another arena, it still has to be true. So I'm like, that makes so much sense. And by the way, that is the source of all innovation, right? And so um, Doc, that I had polio as an infant. I walk with a brace on my leg. If I was going to race somebody who's watching this video right now and they don't have a brace, they could probably run a mile easily. And me, I can't run a mile at all. So if we got in a race, would you agree that it wouldn't be fair for us to go the same distance, right? Me and that person, right? So I'm gonna let them run a mile. I'm gonna go 2 miles. Did my dyslexia just kick in again? Oh snap! Well, I've already committed to it, and the Bible says a good man sweareth to his own hurt and changeth not, right? So there I am. I'm stuck. Now I've got to go 2 miles. This person's running a mile. I'm going 2 miles. I can't win unless they're running and I'm on a bicycle. Because I said they're going to run a mile. I said I'm going to go 2 miles. I didn't say I was going to run 2 miles. This is going to make sense to you in a minute. Hang in there with me. But it's not fair because I got a bike and they don't have a bike. Not only can I go farther faster, but I can go farther faster and use less energy. Wrap your mind around that. But it's not fair that I have a bike and they don't have a bike. So let's give them a bike. They get a bike. They go 2 miles. I go 4 miles. They win again, unless I'm in a car. And you say, Myron, well, this is kind of a dumb game. No, it's not. This is going to blow your mind if you'll let it, right? Because I can go farther faster and use less energy because I'm in a car. I can go 4 miles faster than they can go 1 mile in a car, right? So what do we learn from that? Well, that's not fair still. So let's give them a car. They go 50 miles, I go 100 miles, they still win unless I'm on a plane. And they go 50 miles, I can go 100 miles on a plane in less time than they can go 50 miles in a car. Well, that's not fair. So let's give them a plane. So now they got a plane, they go 100 miles, I can go 200 miles. I can still win if I'm in a jet. You say, Myron, what's your point? My point is this: you can always make up and leverage what you lack in ability. And what most people do most of their lives is they go through life attempting to increase their ability and strengthen their weaknesses instead of just looking for leverage that can make the thing they're doing easier, faster, and better. Offers are the ultimate leverage. In fact, I'm going to say this, which leads me to my second biggest breakthrough. So if it's true you can go farther, faster, and use less energy in transportation, if that's true in that arena, if Austin from Boston is right, then it also has to be true in the financial arena, because the real principle is this. It's always easier to make great strides than it is to make small advances. You just
Mm,
need more leverage.
yes,
Archimedes
sir.
said, if you give me a lever long enough and a prop strong enough and a place to stand, I can single-handedly move the world. Here's most people's problem. They don't have any leverage. And the reason they don't have any leverage is because it takes time to find it. And maybe they don't want to spend the time. Or because it costs money to buy leverage, and maybe they don't want to spend the money. Or they have to become aware of the fact that there is such a thing as leverage. And they just don't want to think about it because thinking is the hardest work that most people never do. So, which brings me to the ultimate leverage, financial leverage. You're talking about having a financial breakthrough? The ultimate financial leverage is offers. What does that mean? Well, poor people and middle class people feel like everything is expensive because they pay for everything with money they've exchanged their time for. So they feel like everything is expensive. Because they feel like they're paying for it with their life. Why? Because they are. But creative entrepreneurs like Dr. Breakthrough and myself, we pay for things according to our creativity. And what do? We want to buy something, we create an offer, we pay for the thing. So nothing's expensive, nothing's cheap to me. Everything costs the same amount. My Mercedes costs the same amount as these Tic Tacs. My flying on a private jet costs the same amount as this little box of Tic Tacs. My Rolls Royce costs the same amount as these Tic Tacs. This office building that I'm in, these cameras, these lights, this action. Okay, I couldn't resist. Sorry. Costs the same amount as these Tic Tacs. You say, how can you say that? Because I paid for them all with the exact same thing. I paid for everything in my life with an offer. So if you don't understand what I'm saying like I literally create an offer that pays for everything. Last year, I decided in May of last year, I'm only flying private. I've not been on a commercial airliner since May of last year. I don't anticipate getting on another one. I only fly on private jets. And I'm not bragging and I'm not flexing. I'm just telling you that's what I do. How do you like it costs on a big jet if I'm flying somewhere far like to California or to Idaho or Utah or Texas. So it's $11,000 an hour. How do you justify $11,000 an hour? Because I paid for it with an offer. What do you mean? When I decided I wasn't flying commercial anymore, I said, I need to think of an offer that I can use to pay for flying private because it costs more than I thought it was going to cost. If I flew to Pennsylvania last week, I flew on a light jet. That was less. It was only like instead of $11,000 an hour, it was about $5,500 an hour. That's still a lot for a 2.5 hour flight there, 2.5 hour flight back. A lot of people say, well, that's more than I want to pay. Great. It's not more than I want to pay. I would just rather have the convenience of flying private than the money that I save by flying commercial. Everybody has their own thing, right? So here's my point. I created an offer called a VIP day. I sold that offer. I started selling it last year for $200. I mean, $200,000. So I sold 18 $200,000 VIP days. That is $3.6 million. Plus, if somebody wants me to come speak at their event, I make them pay for my jet travel. I don't want to use my miles, my airtime for their deal. So they have to pay me $11,000 an hour. That's part of the deal, right? Okay. Well, so you take all of that together. Last year, I made $3.9 million from that offer. Watch this though. Here's ready where it gets good.
Come on.
I only paid $1.7 million for my whole year of travel. What? I made $2.2 million profit because I made a decision to fly private and I paid for it according to my creativity.
Wow.
I raised the price to $350,000, and we've already sold 10 of them at $350,000. That's $3.5 million more dollars. That's over $7 million I brought. Now I'm getting ready to buy another heavy jet card that's $550,000. I'm getting ready to buy another light jet card that's $275,000, and I'll spend over $350,000 on private jet travel for my next year. But guess what? It's already paid for. So while other people were paying to fly commercial, I was getting paid to fly private. Wrap your mind around that. This is the significance of learning how to make offers. And I created the Make More Offers Challenge, where I teach people how to create the 4 kinds of offers that can turn your life absolutely around. It's the ultimate financial breakthrough. 4 types of challenges. 1, lead generation offers. What is that? That's an offer you make to somebody to give you their name, email address, and phone number so you can present something else to them later on for profit. Their core product offers. For me, my core product offer, one of my core product offers is my Boss Move book. It's $30 plus $9.99 shipping and handling. Plus, we've got a $39 upsell. And we got another $40 upsell. So sometimes when somebody buys one $30 book, they end up paying as much as $116. Okay, that's cool. So that's a core product offer. We got the Make More Offers Challenge. The VIP experience, which is what I would recommend, is $297. That's a core product offer. Last month, we just had our challenge 2 weeks ago. We sold $96,000 worth of tickets and upgrades, just tickets and upgrades for the challenge that month. We do a challenge every month. Okay, so that's a core product offer. Now here's what's cool. I'm telling you that I made $96,000 from this offer, and then I'm telling you to go buy the offer. And you're thinking, well, he just wants me to buy that offer so he can make another $96,000. It doesn't really matter. That $96,000 is almost nebulous. And here's what I mean by that. First of all, I'm going to give you a 10 times better than money back guarantee when you get a VIP ticket. What does that mean? If by the end of the challenge, by the end of the week, it's a 5-day challenge. For VIPs, it's 2 hours. We do a VIP experience from 11 to noon. Then we do the challenge from noon to 1 Eastern time for a whole week, 5 days. If you don't believe that was worth 10 times what you paid for it, if from your perspective, it wasn't worth $2,970, I'm going to give you $297 back. Plus you're going to get to keep all of the bonuses that we gave you when you bought your ticket.
Wow.
Like you can't ask for it. Not a money back guarantee. 10 times better than that. Like I already know this is good. This is not one of those things where we're pretending to teach you something where we're actually trying to sell you something. This is a thing where we're actually teaching you something. And if you want to buy something, you want to buy it because you don't want to learning this stuff. Okay, cool.
Wait, but Myron, I got to throw this in because there are people that have been on your challenge list that didn't even take the VIP experience that made tens of thousands of dollars. So what you're saying
100%
is exactly
100%.
true. Yeah.
I've got a lady who took my challenge. She later joined my inner circle, but she did a challenge a couple of weeks ago. She made $40,000 in 5 days.
She's so glad she took your challenge.
Right. She's so glad she took my challenge. So by the way, you're already making offers. The difference is you just haven't learned how. So what you've done is you've gone to an employer, you've offered them your life for $15 an hour, $25 an hour, $35 an hour. So you've already made an offer. It just wasn't a really great offer, right? And so think about this. If you can get one person to pay you $50,000 a year, you can get 10 people to pay you $50,000 a year. Wrap your mind around that. So I get hundreds of people literally to pay me tens of thousands of dollars a year. Why? Because I solve big problems for small businesses, medium-sized businesses, and big businesses. So learn how to make more offers. So the second offer is core product offer. The third offer is a premium value offer. The fourth offer is a customer retention offer or a continuity offer. I teach you how to make those 4 types of offers in 4 days at the Make More Offers Challenge. I promise you will learn more about business in those 5 days than you've learned in your MBA if you have an MBA. So there.
Yeah.
Especially if you do the VIP experience. And
wow.
I know that because I've had people with MBAs tell me that.
Right.
Like, it's not like I'm making this up. and I'm just conjuring it up and pulling it out of the ether. This is what people with MBAs have told me. So I'm going to challenge you to say yes to the Make More Offers Challenge as a VIP. You could do the general admission for $97. Here's my guarantee if you do the general admission for $97. I guarantee you, if you do the $97, whether you show up or not, whether you like it or not, you paid me $97. I got my $97 and you got access to the challenge. That's my guarantee. There's no money back guarantee for that. Why? Because I can't even tell if you were there or not. At least if you're a VIP, you attend on Zoom. You have to have your camera turned on. I can see that you're there and paying attention. So if you're on if you do a general admission ticket, you attend through Facebook and you just watch the Facebook group. You watch the challenge every day in the Facebook group. So go get the challenge. You will have an opportunity to upgrade. By the way, what is the VIP experience? The VIP experience is where you get to listen to me answer questions for VIP Platinums. What's Platinum? Platinum is a higher level where they pay $500 extra after they buy their VIP experience. They pay $500 extra. They get to ask me at least one question. We only have space for 40 platinums. We sold out. We had 50 platinums last challenge, and it was just too much. So we raised the price and lowered the number. And now the people who are that serious will show up. So,
wow.
Platinum. We send out an email to all our VIPs the Thursday before the challenge starts, and then you can upgrade to VIP Platinum, and we'll answer your questions for you. So I recommend that you go and either click the link below or go to breakthroughofferschallenge.com and register for the Make More Offers Challenge. You will be glad you did. I promise you, on some level, it will change your life for the rest of your life. So congratulations in advance.
Wow. Well, I was blessed. Thank you, Myron. And folks, again, your financial breakthrough, you don't know why I say this now, your financial breakthrough or breakdown is guaranteed. Your financial breakthrough is guaranteed if you implement. In other words, take action. Go to the website or click on the link, breakthroughofferschallenge.com. Take action. But your financial breakdown is guaranteed if you ignore the principles. And so many times that's what happens, my friend. And that's not your case, though, because you're an action taker. Now, Myron, I was blessed you actually have a Make More Offers live, and I was blessed to be a speaker there, man, if not the best we've ever been to in our lives. I was glad to be a speaker there, but just even being a speaker, I learned so much. It changed my life, and all that was because all these people that went through your challenge that then said, hey, we want a live experience with you. And so there's going to be other ones, folks, but it starts with the Make More Offers Challenge. And here's what I love, Myron. What is that? The offer you don't make is what?
Is the offer you don't make is the offer they can't take. And you think you have a money problem. You don't have a money problem. You have an offer problem.
Ooh.
Every money problem is an offer problem.
And the scripture says you have not because you ask not.
Because you ask not.
And I tell people that's one scripture that will never apply to me because I'm going to ask. Tell me yes, tell me no, tell me something, I got to go. I'm going to ask, right? But Myron's going to show you how not just to ask, but to make an offer and craft it in such a way that it literally becomes irresistible because you have their best of interest in mind. You have something that's going to provide their breakthrough. But oftentimes, Myron, people already in their own mind have discontinued or cancel their own success without realizing it. Your challenge helps them to get
100%.
rid of all that and go right for the goal. So, folks, I thought you should have signed up
100%.
already. I mean, come on now, what are you waiting for? So anyway, but hey, Myron, thank you for your time. Man, it's been incredible. Thank you. Every time I talk to you, it seems like there's another breakthrough that you had, but more importantly, another breakthrough that you're empowering other people to get and receive.
100%. And by the way, you're going to learn how to tap into your life's purpose. You're going to learn so many things that's going to change your life. By the way, and I do this disclaimer on my challenge on the first day. Everything I teach that week is based on biblical principles. So if you don't like the Bible, you're not going to like the challenge. So don't even buy a ticket. You're just wasting your time. All you're going to do is like irritate yourself because you ain't going to even frustrate me. I'm just going to like give you your money back and kiss you goodbye. So if you don't like the Bible, you ain't going to like it. So
wow.
Just know that in advance. So, all right, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Okay. All right. Thank you. We'll see you, Myron. Thank you very much.
I'll look forward to seeing y'all on the challenge.
All right.
Thanks, Doc.
They will be